Avatar.
Avatar Meher
Baba.
Jai.
Jai. Jai Baba.
Oh, good.
Jai Baba to all of you, my dear listeners.
Jai Meher Baba, Pratap Kaka.
Jai Meher Baba, Jai Meher Baba, Jai Meher
There are
Baba.
two things I want to remind. Today is Bauji's birthday. And second thing, today is Makar Sankranti. Til Gur Ge, Gur Gur Bola. Til Gur Ge, Til Gur Le. Gur Gur Bola.
What our friend says is it is a festival on every 14th of January. There is a festival which is called Sankrant. Sankrant is a festival when they give what we call a tilgul, means sugar coated till, a seed. Sesame. And we say that you speak like this sweet, always converse in a sweet language, talk with us in a sweet language. That is the basis of this festival. And one very notable thing about this festival is that in the year 1956, yes, Baba had given its darshan, public darshan in Pune. Baba had given a public darshan in Pune. That was perhaps the first public darshan which was given in Pune. And it was a very big event. Big event means starting right from morning 9 o'clock up to evening 5 o'clock. It was going on continuously. Thousands of people have taken Baba's darshan. Until then, there was no darshan program as such, a public program as such. So this was the first program given publicly by Meher Baba. And some of the very prominent figures thereafter, they had come in Baba's contact. One is Ramakrishnan already had come in Baba's contact, but then he was not very close to Baba. So there is a one incident about him, that he was controlling the queue of the people coming for Baba's darshan, and he was saying that there were railing, and they were coming through that railing, and Ramakrishna was at one place. He was controlling the flow of the people, and when there were very thin people, very small, or there were not many people then in the queue. He just relaxed on the bamboo. They were bamboo railings were made, and he just relaxed. He was standing all the time, and he relaxed, and Baba noticed it, and Baba gave him a message through somebody that this is not the time for relaxing. You have to be prepared for harder work than this. So that was a lesson to Ramakrishna. And he had told us that was in fact Baba's instructions for my future life. And accordingly, he was restlessly working for Meher Baba. Then another man who had come in Baba's contact was one by name, a singer by name Puri. He had sung a couple of bhajans before Baba, and Baba liked his singing very much. He was a very, very nice singer, very good singer. He was a very poor person, not very money. he was he had left his house and came and settled in Pune. He was living under the staircase of a building. And there he was sleeping, and he had kept his all these belongings there. And then he had one family where he used to take food. That was his life. But then he was such a good singer that if he would have taken it as a profession, he would have moved in a car. That was the quality of his singing. Most of the you people must have heard about the New Life song and the Parvardigar prayer song. Both these songs, they were favorite of him, and he used to sing it very, very, very beautifully, very nicely. He had a very powerful voice. But then he utilized all his skill of singing in the service of their Baba. That is very good of him. So these are the two things about the Sankranti. Now, what I have decided that as and when some memories come to my mind about Mer Baba and Guruprasad, and that I will be telling. But then for my regular talk, last time I had said that I will take up the subject of my travel to US, but then I have postponed it for some time, because what I intend to do is that twice I had visited the US, and the second time when I visited, I have visited about 15 cities. So that is a long process, and then there should have been interruption. Both my visits, once in 1997 and another in 2001. Both these are very important, and there are several people with whom I have met. I have met, and then that I will take at a time. But today I'm going to take a subject of the Baba's ashram in Nashik. It was sometime in 1937 or so. As we know that Baba had opened a ashram especially for the Westerners. And many of the very prominent figures of Western people, they had come and stayed with Baba at Nashik. Baba had made their arrangement for their stay at Nashik. And that in Nashik, a separate line of houses was constructed for lady members, and there were two to three bungalows. And then Baba used to spend about 2 days in Nashik. Thereafter, on his way, he will go to Rahuri. There he will work with the musts. That will be for 2-3 days. And thereafter, he will spend time with the lady members with the other members in Mehrabad, especially ladies who were staying at the upper Mehrabad. So that was usual Baba's program for some time. Now, I was in my, I am going to tell you about my experiences about several places. I have traveled so many places. I have visited so many places. So every time some memorable thing has happened. Now, especially when I talk about this Nashik. Nashik is a place of pilgrimage, a very great place of pilgrimage, and they hold what we call as a Kumbh Mela. Kumbh Mela is a great event in the spiritual history of India. So that Kumbh Mela is also held in Nashik. There are 4 places where Kumbh Mela is being held. And as we know that during New Life also Baba had attended Kumbh Mela in Allahabad. So this Kumbh Mela, this is congregation of so many saintly personalities, sadhus and rishis and munis, so many. In lakhs people attend. So when in the year 1995 or so, I was in Mumbai, and I have seen several films and pictures about that Nashik stay, Baba's stay in Nashik. Baba had celebrated his birthday in 37 in Nashik on a very large scale when Mahatma Gandhi was invited. But Mahatma Gandhi, he could not understand the importance of this attending this function. What he said is that by giving food to the people, you are making them lazy and something like that. And then Baba had remarked that Gandhi does not understand what work I am doing through this giving food to the people. Anyway, I was very keen to find out this place because it is in 1937 or so. Baba's activities were there in Nashik. And up to 1995, there were absolutely no activities in Nashik. And when I had seen several films and pictures, I became very curious to find out this place, particularly this Nashik place. I had no occasion any time before to get down at Nashik and stay in Nashik. But then my eldest son, Prashant, he had, after completing his management studies, he got employment in one of the companies. They are making fans and other electrical appliances. Compton Greaves, yes, Compton Greaves. And then he was interviewed and he got employment there in Mumbai. But then he was transferred to Nashik. He got a residential place, got an hire. He took his wife there, and then I along with my wife, we used to visit and stay there for a few days. On some such occasion, I visited that place and I was staying. I stayed about for about a week. And one morning, I just told Prashant, he was going for office. I told him that today I'm going to search out for the place where Baba had his ashram in Nashik. That was on the Nashik Trimbakeshwar road. And Prashant told me that he just gave me one clue that there is a government dairy, a very big establishment, milk dairy. And in nearby place that ashram was situated. This was the only clue I had. And another clue, while talking with Dolly Dastur, Jal's wife, she had told me that on some other occasion we were talking, and she told me that this Baba's ashram in Nashik was near about a convent school. There was a convent school nearby. These two were the clues for me. And I was just going to find out this place on these two clues. I got down, I took a bus and got down at that milk dairy. And thereafter, I started going through all the lanes and by lanes. And nothing looked like whatever I have seen in the Baba films. After wandering for about 2 hours, every place looked to me similar. And every place I thought that it must be the place. It must be the place. And another place, if I visit, I would again change my name, and then this must be the place. That went on for 2 hours. And then just as a satisfaction, rather to say, I thought in my mind that all the places which I have visited today, some place must be definitely Baba's ashram. So with that consolation for my mind, I started going back. I was feeling hungry, and I stopped for a bus, a return bus to Nashik. But then on the other side of the road, opposite side, there was one person who was selling bananas. And to have something to eat, I just crossed the road and went to him. And asked for bananas. While eating the bananas, I asked him, where is the convent school? And that man told me, it is very close from here. You can go walking and then find out some. You ask somebody, he will tell you where is the convent school. My God, I again dropped the idea of going home. I again walked to that. It was not very far off, but then I had to walk some distance. And since I was working in the taxation department, we were required to visit places and find out the places and visit places. So we were expert in find out the addresses. I just went to a kirana shop, a provision shop, and asked him where is the convent school and whether there is any Parsi colony. What I thought that the Baba's ashram must be in somewhere in the colony of these Parsi or Irani people. And I asked him that, do you know any Parsi or Irani colony anywhere in this area? He told me that there is no such a colony, but there are some people, some family who is staying, they are Iranis. And with this, he gave me another clue. Then I said, how can I go there? So he said that you go straight, walk some distance, and you will find a workshop of furniture making workshop. You ask them, it belongs to those are Irani people. So the workers will show you where they stay. And then I went there. There was a workshop. I asked them, and they directed me. It was not very far off, but there was no proper road to go to that place. It was all grass. Through the grass, there was little small road, kacha road, and then we have to walk through that small road. I was feeling very happy that at last I will be having some clue with those Irani people who are staying here. And then I started walking, but then I was struck up because there was a very big dog sitting right in the middle of that road, and it was looking at me. I was looking at him because one cannot say about a dog. Anytime they will jump up on you. So for quite long time, for about 20 minutes, I was waiting for him to just move out from that place. But no, he is not going to move from there. And I was wondering what to do now. I was waiting. Thereafter, some person, a boy came out from a house. I just called that boy and asked him that I want to see the Irani. He said, which Irani you want? I said, any Irani will do for me. So these are the bungalows for them. you can go and ask there. Then I pointed out that what to do about this dog. He's sitting right in the on the way. Then he called that dog aside. Then I went there. I knocked the door. A small girl replied, "Who is there?" I said, "Mr. Irani is there." She asked me, "Which Irani you want?" There was, I said, any Irani will do. And then that man, she calls her father, "Father, somebody is waiting for you outside." When calling from outside, and that man also from inside said, "Who is there? What work you have got with me?" I said, "Please come out. I have some important inquiry to be made with you. You kindly come out." And that person came out, and then, "Yes, what can I do for you?" I said, "I am Mr. So and so. I have come from Mumbai, and I am a Meher Baba lover." When I said I am a Meher Baba lover and a follower, he very keenly looked at me and asked me, "Are you a Hindu?" I said, "Yes." "How you follow Meher Baba?" I said, What have they are following Meher Baba? We don't, I mean, they have this sort of a compartments to separate us from following anybody. So I'm a very staunch Baba lover. And then we had some talk. I told him that I know several persons. I took so many names. In that names, all the Mandali at Mehrazad, all the Mandali, I said about them. And then just to make him convinced that I am a Baba lover. And then when I uttered the name of Aditi Rani, then he said, "Do you know Rustam?" I said, "You mean Adi's brother?" "Yes, Adi's brother." I said, "I have not seen him, but I know him." And very softly that person says, "I am Rustam's son." Oh my God, I was so very happy. And then we become very comfortable with each other. And I told him that I had come here just for one purpose, that Baba had an ashram here in Nashik. And I was searching for that place. Now I have come to a proper place. I would like to just know about the whole area. That person said, I forgot his name, but he said, "I'm little busy. So you go to my brother." His brother's name was Fali. The Fali, you can go and he will show you the entire area. Fali was staying in a different bungalow. He was very close, walking distance. And then he will show you. Then I, with very happily, I went and knocked the door of Fali. He came out, and then I told him the same thing. And he was very happy to receive me. Even his wife, they didn't have children. This first man had a child, a girl, but his Fali had no children. And then he took me to all these places. He took me to the place where the Baba's birthday celebration was performed celebrated at a very large scale. So many people were fed. And then the place where the row of houses was there, he took me there and he said that Baba had kept the lady members in this house. There is each room, about 5-6 rooms were there. They were not in that shape, but then some family was staying there. In Baba's time, all these Kitty Devi and Margaret Price and so many people, so many girls were accommodated there, and they were provided all the amenities according to their life in US or any foreign country. All the amenities. It was very updated houses. They were provided for them with a understanding. Baba gave them an understanding that now I am taking you in a very comfortable accommodation. Everything that you find in your places in US, you are provided here. All these amenities have been provided here. But then when we go to Mehrabad, then you have to forget all these, because Mehrabad will be a pure Indian life. You have to be prepared for that. So from a very comfortable life, we'll be shifted to a very discomfortable life. That was the understanding that Meher Baba had given. I was very happy to find out this place. And after that particular shall we call a houses in a rooms in a row, I stood there. Then Fali left me there. I stood there. I prayed. I recited the Parvardigar and repentance prayer and Aarti. And thereafter I left for my house. When I reached home in the evening, I told Prashant that we have to have a Baba program in Nashik. Now see, there was one family. That name of the person was Prabhakar Rao Patil. He was a business person dealing with the agricultural products and some manure and some what should I say? Some protection from the what should I say?
Fertilizer.
Fertilizer and other thing also. From taking out to some
Pesticides.
insects and
Pesticides.
Insecticides. He was dealing with that, and then when I told Prashant that we have to have a program in Nashik, and next time when I come, I will come. No, the same day, I went to Patil. Patil is a very nice person, very nice person. I met him, and then I told him that this is a thing. I have visited this place, and we must have a program here. Now, just imagine, 1937, the ashram was there, and thereafter in 1995, I went and visited that place after such a long time, and then we planned to have a program, big program in Nashik. There was another purpose in my mind, that the air of Nashik will carry Baba's name to the sadhus and saintly personalities who are going to gather for the Kumbh Mela, which was just 1.5 months away from that time. That was in my mind. These are thoughts that they cannot be my own thoughts. They have been promoted by Meher Baba himself, and at every stage he is helping me. And then he said that, send Prashant to me. I will do everything whatever he says. I don't have any idea about the program, but whatever he says, I will provide any type of help, even financial help. But then you are prepared for financial matters. And then when I asked Patil that we want to have a hall for having a program, we want to have it on a very big, large scale. Then the Patil took me in his car to about 3-4 halls he had shown me. One was the hall which was underground, and then a nice hall, but then it was in the possession of the municipality, and Patil's brother was the mayor of the municipality. But then I was not very much happy with that hall. But then, if I don't get any other better hall, I would have selected that hall. But thereafter, Patil took me I took him to the site to see that site, see the working of Meher Baba. When we were there, I showed him that place, and he was so very impressed. He was in his mind, he was thinking of purchasing some land from that and have a Baba center there. That was going on in his mind. But then when we came out, there was one another. Fali was there, another was there, and there is one elder brother. He was unmarried and a very reserved person. I had once gone to him and he just said, "No, nothing here. You can go there. You can inquire there. Nothing with me." A whimsical type of person. His name was, I think, Merwan. And now, when we were going away from there, we came on the small road leading to that place. From the main road to small road, there was one hall, marriage hall. And casually we thought that we will inquire with this person, the owner of this hall. Some person were sitting on the chair there, and we approached them and then inquired about the hall. And they said that yes, we give on hire. And then Mr. Patil inquired about the money. How much will be the hiring charges? They had said something about 50,000 or something. Oh my God, we just simply got up and started walking to the car. And that man said, "Oh, gentlemen, please come here. Why you are going away like this?" I said, "This is beyond our control. You beyond our capacity. You are 50,000. We cannot spend that much amount." Then she said, but you at least you talked with us, no? You simply started walking. Then what for you want this hall? Then we explained them that we are the followers of Meher Baba, and that we want to have a program, Meher Baba's program there. So you should have told me this before. Now whatever you want to pay, you pay. I will give that hall. And that is how the hall was allotted to us. And then very happily we went home. And then after about a month or so, in the meantime, with the help of Patil, the whole program was chopped out. Pamphlets were printed, they were distributed among the people. And then just before, for about 4 or 5 days, I and my wife, we went to stay with Prashant. And just a day before, it started raining. See the obstacles. Baba is helping, Baba is showing you way, but then After putting in difficulties, he shows you way. It was such a heavy raining. It was pouring. And my God, what to do now? In that, we had gone to that that family, just to invite them for this program. All the three brothers, we wanted to invite them for our program. They were making contact with Merazad. Meru was there, their sister Meru was there, and they used to meet with the women Mandali, the other people, and then come back. They were not in a public programs and all that. They were away from that. So we wanted to invite them. And that Fali's wife, she asked me, Pratap, that program is going to take place in this rain. I said, whatever may happen, whatever may happen, we will have that program. If there is one person, I will have that program. But that program is to be, that has been thought of, conducting a program, we will have that program at any cost. And I invited them. We would like to have all you three for this program. Just attend. And then we, in that rain, I went home. On the last day, the rain is not going to stop. For 3 days, it was continuously raining, and all the roads were washed up because of the rain. There was flooding of waters, and roads were blocked because of the flowing water. But then I do not know why, but I was determined to have that program. Anyway, I wanted to have that program. Now, see the fun. On the last day, just about 2 hours before, I stood before Baba's picture and told Baba that, Baba, it is you who has put this idea in my mind. Now it is left to you. Any way you want us to do, I will go ahead to do this program. And then with this, I came to the hall. Actually, it was above the knee, about the whole, through the water, we walked to that hall. It was a little bit on the higher level, but then the road was full of water, and we walked through that water. Now, there is another funny that from Mumbai, we had invited people from Mumbai and Pune also. From Mumbai, there is one bus. They had engaged one bus and one car. In that car, about a jeep, I think, about 5-6 people were there, and in that car, about 20-25 people were there, more than that. And there were singers also, there were other people. They all came. About them, in Bombay also, there was heavily raining, and the roads were blocked because of the rain. But then, the time they crossed the borders of Mumbai, the whole Mumbai was stopped. All the roads were stopped. No entry into Bombay. But these people have come out of that area, and the Bombay becomes standstill. From Pune, one bus came. It was a military airport bus. one of our friend, one of our Baba lovers, he was working in the Air Force, and that bus was hired from the Air Force. And on that way, there was a bridge, and the water was flowing over the bridge. People are warning them, don't cross that bridge because it's a very fast water. Your vehicle will be flown off. But then Avatar Ahir Baba ki is saying that person, the driver, put the bus in the, and luckily that bus came out very safely. And all that groups from Mumbai and Pune, they gathered there, what his family, his friends, and they came, and we had a very grand program there. The next day, Patil wanted us to. He had a mind to bring two buses to carry to show us the whole area where Baba has visited, and we were waiting that bus outside. We were ready for marching for this local trip, and we were waiting for the buses. And that elder brother, Merwan, he had gone for a morning walk and he was coming and looking at us sitting there waiting for something. He came to me and said, "Why you are waiting here?" I said, "Such and such program is there." "You have not seen the whole area, our area." I said, "No, whatever the funny showed me, I have seen that." But all the other people, they just had a look from outside. "Come with me." He was in a very good mood. He said, "Come with me." And he took me to his bungalow where Baba had stayed. And there was a ping pong table, there was a cushion, and it was not in a good shape. But then he showed everything where Baba used to sleep and where Baba and Mandali used to take food and all that. We were so very excited to see that. We had a picture of that place. And then when the buses came, we were ready to go and board the buses. And I just casually asked him, "If you don't mind, can you accompany me?" Accompany us. He said, "Yes, I will come with you. I'll show you all these places." My God, I was so very happy. And then he accompanied us, a very whimsical person. He accompanied us and practically all the places. Now, what are the places? The places where Trambakeshwar Baba had visited along with the Westerners. Then Gangapur Dam, where Baba had visited. Then there was one ashram on the way. There also Baba had visited. Thereafter, there is a Pandav Leni, a cave up the hill. There also he took us. We climbed up and see that place. And Circle Cinema. All these places he has shown, and all our people were so very happy. And in that happy mood, we all returned to Pune, and thereafter we came to Mumbai. We went to the respective places. Now, see the Baba's working. In spite of the program was very nice, very inspiring program we had, very emotional program we had. Several such people, several Baba lovers. A grand time for us, a very beautiful time for us. We slept in that part the night in that hall itself. In the morning, we had a breakfast, and then we saw all these places moving through all these places also was a very matter of enjoyment, a very touching sight to visit the places where Baba had visited, especially the Pandav Leni. On that particular Leni was very much special. There, Baba had said that this is very special, particular cave. That was thereafter, after this program, there have been several programs in Nashik. One person who was working as an engineer in the jet airways, there is a jet company in Nashik. It is out in the outskirts of Nashik. The name of that person is Anil Gharad. His wife is Sunata Gharad. Both are very loving. They had two daughters, and they had the Baba programs at their place. Then from Nashik, we took out a Padayatra, a walk from Nashik to Mehrabad. All these activities started of that particular program, which was conducted in 1965. Thereafter, at Patil's place, there is a replica of Samadhi. In that also we had programs. Patil is a very nice family. Gharad is also very nice family, very loving family. And many such programs thereafter. Nashik had become a place for Baba visitors to visit it often. And we had very big, very large big programs in Nashik. And the activities went on, they are still going on in Nashik. Some people, I think his name is Larry. Larry
Thatcher.
Yes, he is he's in US, but then he's from somewhere else. Now he is a person who is very active. He in Hyderabad, he is practically recorded all our songs. Our singing he has recorded. Very nice. Principally, he has some house in Nashik. And in Nashik, near Nashik, there is a Bhor Ghat where Upasni Maharaj sat in seclusion for 1 year, 11 months or so, only on water. And thereafter he came down, and then he was taken to a village called Gawalwadi. Baba had seclusion in that cave. Actually, according to the books, it was for a week or so. But then somebody told me that it was for 6 months. And what had happened past, we cannot say definitely which is correct. But then I doubt about 6 months. Syed Sahib, one of very ardent Baba followers, he was there with Baba, bringing milk for Baba from down. I had a mind to visit that cave. I was very much keen to visit that cave. But then looking at that cave, my God, it was impossible to climb up. How Guruprasad Maharaj and Meher Baba also must have gone there. But then there is another way from up that is occupied by the military. They don't allow anybody to go in that cave. It is a restricted area. And that cave is there, Bhorgav cave. We can see it from below. We can see it clearly from the below. And thereafter, there is one Shiv temple in that Gawalwadi. Gawali means the people who are maintaining cows. Yadavas, they are called Krishna's. Krishna was Yadav. So the cowherds, they were maintaining the cows. Now that is Gavalwadi. There is one Shiv temple, and the record shows that Meher Baba, along with, Upasina Maharaj, along with Meher Baba, and Patil, Sadashiv Sheke Patil from Pune. These three had come walking, and the Upasini Maharaj took them to up the hill. They showed him the Baba and Patil that cave. But then, before going there, they stayed one night in a Shiv temple. There, Patil was sent to village for bringing something to eat, and quite for some time, for few hours, only these two perfect masters, one is the avatar and another is his master. Only these two were there in that temple, Shiv temple. I was very K.K. Ramchandran, Secretary of Pune. He had told me the importance of two perfect masters being together, and especially one is the guru of the other. It must have been the final transferring of the charge. That is what he had said. So I was very keen to find out the place. Several times I went there, but I was not satisfied. They said they were showing some other place where Upasani Maharaj's temple is there. They were showing that temple only. But then I said, no, I want to see that Shiv temple. When we visited last, it was quite some time, many years before. Then I told Patil, Prabhakar Rao Patil, that if at all we want to go, that we will go to that Gavalwadi. My only purpose will be to visit that Shiv temple. And Patil had one person from that village as his servant. He had a shop. So salesman or somebody there, he was from that village. That person agreed to take us there, and he agreed to show me that temple. I was very happy, keen to see that temple. When we went there, he's showing the other places. I said, I am not interested. I have seen these places so many times. I want to see that Shiv temple. And then he led us to that Shiv temple. It is going down the hill and then again climbing the hill. Quite far up from outside the village, quite far up from the village, in a mountainous area. The temple was very small one. Such small temples are there in villages. They're very important, but that they are supposed to be the main places of worship for the whole villagers, as sort of a protection for the villagers. So that Shiv temple was there. I was with the Hyderabad people, and we all became so very excited. My God, it was a very small temple. A shivling was there, that symbol of Shiv temple. And then we were so very excited. We had prayers, and then I was then satisfied with that visiting that scene. So this is all about this Nashik program that we had thereafter. Several programs till now. Some programs are being held there, and everything is there after that particular program, which was conducted in 1965. Now, next time, hopefully, I will tell you about my first visit to US. I have a very touching experiences, very beautiful experiences. I will be telling you about that. I had told you last time, but then I'm going to take it at a stage, all these two visits to US. So I hope you will be interesting in to listen to that also. Now today I think it is time over, and we will have Aarti if you all agree.
Of course.
Can we ask, I have a question, Pratap.
Yes, yes,
And
please.
I want to know what you know about what I have heard, that God is always in human form in a minor incarnation, always. And then he has the major, like coming as Meher Baba. But what have you learned, like say from Dr. Ghani, about, is he always in form, but in a minor incarnation? Is God always in form?
I didn't get exact.
Minor. Baba comes because the world needs him so drastically, and he has a major coming. As Meher Baba, it is mega major. But
Yes.
I'm asking about your knowledge. Is God always in human form? Minor. I've heard about minor incarnations of Meher Baba. What is
Baba?
your, yes,
Baba,
yes.
Baba himself has said so. Baba himself has said that before Baba there was a minor manifestation of avatar. That is called mini avatar. Shivaji, the warrior Shivaji was Baba's earlier avatar. That was earlier incarnation of the avatar. It is for a specific purpose. This manifestation is for a specific purpose. And Baba has said about his own incarnation in the form of Shivaji. But for other avatars, Baba has never said anything, and we cannot imagine about the other avatars. We know only because Baba has said so. So Baba has said about Shivaji that Shivaji was the incarnation of God before me. It was a minor or a mini avatar.
Right.
In fact, Kaka, Baba said Adi was his wife at that time when Shivaji,
Yeah.
and Sadasiv Patel was Afzal Khan.
Yes. Baba said, Baba told that also. Who was who there then during Shivaji time? Who were there? So Baba said so, but then Baba has said about himself only, not for any other. Even when this Tiger Valley in Panchgani was visited by Baba, looking at that valley, Baba said, I remember the Shivaji time when there was a lot of activities here. So Baba reminds about that Shivaji's time, pointing out to that valley, whole valley. So Baba had given such suggestions several times, but then for other avatars, we cannot have any imagination about that. We dare not have that because it is absolutely in Baba's knowledge. And it's because Baba says so, that is where we say.
So, Pratapji, I'm trying to, Rosalie, can I try to say something? I think one of the questions that...
what about, I need to complete what my question was to Prakash.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I thought I could get the information from you, but I would have to say that because Baba says you cannot be God before being truly human. This is when he spoke to Narina. A person cannot be God before being truly human. And I would think that being truly human, I would certainly accept that he always was experiencing being human all the time, because that's our position. We have to be truly human, however many lifetimes it takes. But
Yeah. Yeah.
I will say this. There was a man, Manly Palmer Hall,
Mm.
a very wise man that Meher Baba said he was on the fifth plane. And he wrote a book about the secret destiny of America. And in it, he goes way back to Egypt. And there
Yes.
was a Pharaoh Akhenaten. He was not a well-received Pharaoh because he brought belief in one God. And the priest didn't like that because they would be out of a job. They had many gods. And he didn't last very long. But I would take that to be a mini incarnation, certainly, because just to give a flavor that we're all one. There's one God. Just to set that possibility in civilization's mind that there's only one God. Anyway, if you can at least think about it, I'd like to hear more, because I think it's very special if he's always in a human body. It's kind of like doing his job, because you can't just start something and just come every once in a while. I mean, I certainly believe. Yes. What?
All these things. Now, from your talks, there arises a question that in the case of avatar, it is from God to man. And in the case of mini avatar or the partial manifestation of avatar, what can be the process? That is also a question. These are all the questions which are beyond our concept. It is only because Baba has said about Shivaji. That is the only other, we don't have courage to say that. But then what work Shivaji had done? It was simply a fight with the Mughals. Now, what universal work he had accomplished, that through that only Baba knows. We cannot pass any remark on that. This is beyond our understanding. And many a times, Baba's statements cannot be understood by us. Now, several times Baba has said, Mr. So and so was in his early life, he was so and so. Meaning, even in Baba's own family or Baba's own Mandali, Baba says about that this person was in his earlier life, he was so and so. Now, what we can understand from that? We are not able to, I mean, make any sense in that. We cannot make any sense that Baba has his own purpose in saying so. Baba has his own knowledge in saying so. But for us, it is next to impossible to interpret Baba's words. And what I say is that one very important thing which I would like to emphasize is that Baba has always said that don't try to understand me, just love me. And that is the best thing that we can do. Of course, out of our curiosity, we can try to understand Baba's statement, but then we have to take care that they don't divert our attention from loving Baba. So this is what I personally feel. Now, what Prakash wanted to say is the same thing.
Yes, sorry. I was trying to say what Rosalie was trying to get the answer of. She was saying, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Rosalie, is there a minor avatar all the time?
Yes.
So that's what I think she was trying to also
Yes,
find out.
yes,
Uh,
yes. And I
So in the
can't
sense
believe
when
other-
physically the
you know,
avatar is not here with us, like Meher Baba, but then after he drops his body, would there be a minor incarnation all the time when the avatar is not physically with us? So that's what I think she was trying to say. Correct me, Rosalie, if I'm wrong.
yeah, I mean, to me,
Okay,
you know,
Rosalie
it
probably
makes,
is unable
it
to hear at
makes,
this time.
I
So
can
Merchant has a
accept that.
question. Merchant?
But its minor incarnation is a preceding the main avatar. Minor incarnation of avatar is preceding the main avatar. It doesn't continue after the avatar. That is what in the case of Shivaji has happened. Shivaji was born and died first, and thereafter, after several years, Meher Baba was born.
Right. So yeah, let's go to
You
Merchant.
know, Prakash, when I ask you about what did Avatar Muhammad bring? It just seemed like he brought trouble. You know, I have to honestly say, I need a good answer. What did Avatar Muhammad bring? Can you give me an answer? Maybe next time. It bothers me. You know, it's he didn't come for nothing. He didn't come to make trouble. I don't know.
Now, I tell you another thing. Just I'm pointing out to what Baba said. Baba said that in that sense, everybody is avatar.
Yeah.
Have you read that sentence?
Yeah.
Baba said
Yeah.
so. You just find out
Yeah.
that sentence. Baba said that everybody is avatar.
Well,
Only
I'm
that
questioning why.
I know I am the avatar. You do not know that you are the avatar.
Well, Pratap, I'm questioning.
Yes.
Rosalia's avatar wants to know, why did I come as Muhammad? Why? There has to be a good answer because it was a significant advent, you know? I mean, it just seems like it's just slid over. No one wants to talk about it, you know? They'll fight about it, but they won't talk about it. I would like to know what Muhammad brought.
So
Anyway.
maybe Pratapji can think over and And,
Yeah, please,
and-
please. Yeah,
yeah.
get
So,
over.
yeah. So at this time, maybe shall we go to Maharchan to see what he has to say?
I just want to add, Kaka, Baba has given me an opportunity to even work with the project of this. When I was about to leave for Mehrabad in 1980, 94 or sometime, 90, not 94, 2000. Suddenly my friend called me. Merchant, there was an agreement between your Baba family with my client. You want to see the draft? I said, I'm going to Mehrabad. I'll come back from Mehrabad. I'll join you at Nasik. Then I went to Mehrabad and I just casually referred to Mehru auntie. Mehru auntie, I'm going to Nasik. Some deal is going on between the Jangu, means our Mehru's brother. And said, oh, your Baba sent you in the right time. I was about to send power of attorney to them for the sale of my signature, and my sister has given me power of attorney. So you go and deal and you go and see my. So I had an opportunity to see the original structure. It was almost in dilapidated condition. So I had an opportunity to go there, and my friend has shown me that. And at that time, my friend, the Jangu, has presented a Baba's signature Wayfarer book to my friend Mohan Bakshi, advocate there. So he said, Merchant, please keep it with you. And after giving the power of attorney, I went back and all the documents which they have drafted, I went and gave it to Mehru auntie. And then I said, incidentally, your brother has presented me, Nago has presented me in Wayfarer. He said, please, this is our property, give it, put it in Meher archive. That was the last of it. But still, subsequently, again, I went and gave the power of attorney. And then at that time, Prabhakar asked me, can you ask to sell it to me? I said, no. Then when flats were constructed, for the laying down the foundation stone, I was there in Nasik for the apartment. And again, at the time of this thing, I told Sunita and Anil, please fetch a flat there. They said, no, 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 no. I said, you don't know the importance. I forcibly they asked them to purchase one flat there. So they purchased it in the same building where it was demolished. So then subsequently, I had an opportunity to be a part of your troop, Hyderabad group, with you for the entire Nasik trip. So that's what I want to share. Jai Meher Baba.
Hey, Baba.
There is now there is only one house left there.
Yeah.
Other they have
Apartment.
constructed apartment.
Yeah. In fact, Larry has shown us all that.
Larry was interested in that theater, Circle Cinema.
Yeah, not also. Larry stays in one of the building, one of the apartments he used to play.
He is the owner of that one. Yes, I know that. But then he was also interested in taking the property of Circle Cinema.
Yeah.
But that the quotation was too high, and he had told me once that I am really interested in purchasing the whole day. It's a big hall. We were shown the upper room where Baba used to rest. Upper room, yes.
In the film.
So, so this I have a very, what should I say, very hobby to visit places which Baba has visited. I like to do that, and that way I have traveled so many places wherever Baba has gone.
In fact, Kaka, the Prakash brother, Pani, and recorded completely in his of our tour in video. I always tell him, give me a copy to Pratap uncle. I always tell.
Yeah, you should have it.
Yes.
Thank you, Maharchan. Mayor Kiran has something to.
No, all were there. You're not Kiran. Original, complete video of the tour.
Right.
Borgad and also in Prabhakar's house and at the apartment and also Majestical and the circle film, everything, including the temple where Baba met Upasni Maharaj and they sought for in a small temple, everything. And during that trip, even Dara was with us.
Yes.
My mom also was there.
Yeah.
So
when Patil was sent for bringing something to eat, after he came, it was dark. And Upasni Maharaj asked Patil whether you were afraid of something while walking through the dark night. And Patil said, yes, I was, I was afraid of walking through that darkness. What is there to? I was following you. I was behind you. What is it? Where is the need for getting afraid of somebody? Afraid of ghost and what? I was there, right here, right, walking behind you. That is what Upasni Maharaj had said. So these are really beautiful stories because after Baba came out from that seclusion, in that
Borgat.
cave,
Borgat. Yeah.
Bhorgad, after Baba came out, when Sayed Sahib looked at Baba, he was really stunned to see Baba's face. It was so very bright and so very different altogether, different, a very divine face. And then he had a thought that that name Merwan Seth is not a proper name for Baba, because Baba is far above that of that worldly. So then he thought of naming naming ceremony to hold a ceremony, naming ceremony of Merwan Seth. And for that, after there, they went to Sayyid Sahib's house. And there, all the people from Pune, they were invited, they were called. And then there was a function of everybody suggested some names. Ultimately, Sayyid Sahib himself suggested Meher Baba, and that was approved by everybody. So that naming ceremony was there. Before that, Baba was called a Merwan Seth. Seth means a great business, money person.
Jai Baba.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Pratapji, Meher Kiran has something to say.
I will keep it very short. Actually,
Yes.
Pratap ji, I'm very fond of your song Aapki Khushbu.
आपकी खुशबू में.
Yeah, and I want to know when you wrote it, what the lyrics mean. Did Baba was there when you wrote this? Did he hear this?
No. I have in Baba's time, I had written only 3 songs, which one of which I had sung before Baba, and that made all emotional atmosphere there. Baba asked me, I had said about that, but then all the other songs they have composed after Baba adopted body.
But whenever I
Yeah.
hear you sing or when I sing, when the word Khushbu say, it reminds me of the story where Baba's fragrance is there and everybody says,
Yes.
it was so nice.
If you don't mind, the next session we will take up these song and some other song also.
Great, thanks.
If everybody agrees, we will have singing.
Sure.
Nice, thanks.
Will everybody agree to that?
Yeah. Thanks, Meher Kiran, for bringing this up. And we'll have more opportunity to listen to Pratapji again. Yeah. So at this time, maybe we'll have Pratapji rest and get ready for next session. Yeah.
Nice, really. So very happy time with all of you. I really.
Yeah. So let's all have Baba's name. Yeah.
Yes, please.
Jahan Kalpana, please. Jahan Kalpana.
Jahan Kalpana. All right. Jahan Kalpana शब्द न पहुँचे ऐसे बेटी ने वेद पुकारे, महिमा तुरी अपार, दिव्य सनातन परम दयागन, दिव्य सनातन परम दयागन, हे जगदोद्धारो मेहर मन आरती स्वीकारो, मेहर मन आरती स्वीकारो। धूप दीप चंदन चरधारा, भोग लगाना फूल चढ़ाना, तुमरा ही तुमको लौटाना, काहे बढ़ाई करो मेहर मन आरती स्वीकारो, मेहर मन आरती स्वीकारो। सकल निधि के तुम कारण हो, सकल ईश्वर हारे हो, तुम समार नहीं तुम ही हो, हे सत्य अवतारो मेरे मन आरती स्वीकारो, मेरे मन आरती स्वीकारो। सकल चराचर तुम्हारी माया, माया भी तो तुम्हारी छाया, तुमरा अंत न कोई पाया, तुम हो अनंत करो मेहर मन आरती स्वीकारो, मेहर मन आरती स्वीकारो। अपने को जग जो नहीं जाने, महिमा तुम्हारे क्या पहचाने, जो कुछ भी कहते अनजाने, अमराते तुम्हारो मेरे मन आरती स्वीकारो, मेरे मन आरती स्वीकारो। से मानाई तुम्हारी कृपा को, क्या कोई दे सकता प्रभु तुमको, भीखती दो प्रेमी जनों को, नित्य तुम्हें सुमिरो मेरे मन आरती स्वीकारो, मेरा मन आरती स्वीकारो। दिव्य सनातन परम दयाघन, दिव्य सनातन परम दयाघन, हे जगदोद्धारो मेहर मन आरती स्वीकारो, मेहर मन आरती स्वीकारो। अवतार मेहर बाबा
बाबा
की जय। अवतार Meher Baba ki jai.
Jai.
Hey,
Star Meher Baba.
Meher
Baba
Baba
ki
ki
jai.
jai.
Hey, Baba. Wow, that's a beautiful talk on Nasik.
Yes,
So
yes.
beautiful, so beautiful to know all these things. Wonderful. Because these are not written in books at this time. So it'll become precious for the future. Yeah.
Certain things are there beyond the books, out
Yeah.
of the books.
That's
Yes.
right. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks again.
Thank you, Kaka.
Love
Happy
you.
Bao's birthday today, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And today is like Marsha says, it's Bhauji's birthday.
Bauji's birthday.
Yeah. Happy
Yes.
birthday to Bhauji. Jai Baba.
Jai Baba, Jai Baba.
Jai
Thanks,
Baba.